Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial star nation of the winged consorts of the royal golden court of the great central palace. 144222. Today is encoded with our Earth angelic code of the 144. We also have a 222 and a 444 portal for the higher self to bring in the healing rays of divine source. We have a major solar storm of gamma waves coming in and a 25 Hertz amplitude on the Schumann charts. This is the 7th key of the 7th sun of the music of the spheres unto Christos consciousness. The 242 resonance is raising all vibrations to the new tones of the Holy Spirit. Today on my vision quest, I was visited by many of our winged nations and was joined by our sacred owl nation. They send their greetings and want you to know that all is coming into alignment and fruition for our freedom and exodus from the false 3D matrix to the divine 5D creatrix. This shift is really hitting the fan and kicking into high gear. The quickening is at hand as we enter the gates of the new heaven upon the new earth. We step through the pearly gateway into the paradise of heaven on earth. With the diamond mind of Buddha consciousness, we journey through and through and through the void until all that remains is our pure awareness of the clear light of bliss. We merge the two shores through our rainbow bridges of light to consciously co-create the new age of solar ecstasy. The codes continue to flow in today from Solaris, transmitting to our ground crew team of starseeds to activate our 12-strand crystalline DNA of the 144 codes of the Heavenly 12. As we head into this Easter weekend, we will talk about the resurrection and ascension. Like the powerful phoenix, through our gnosis and spiritual practice, we rise out of the ashes of the old, and through our love for life and all sentient beings, we ascend out of the cave of forgetfulness and amnesia into the full remembrance and embodiment of our total awareness of our multidimensional self of infinite light. We made this journey for our people to awaken and rise together into the dawning of the new golden age of eternal life. Be blessed and at peace as the kingdom of God is at hand in our beautiful ascension process. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor, share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. We had another powerful day of activations and manifestations, as I mentioned on my journey today after my sacred Condor pulled the owl card yesterday, and the owl energy coming in through yesterday's transmission. Today on my sacred journey out into Mother Earth, I was joined by the Owl Nation and the winged nation of many tribes, many nations. We have a little friend here, 333, coming in that wanted to transmit a special message for you today. So we'll play that now and then continue. Saying peace is in every step. Be aware as your feet touch the earth that every moment is sacred. Every moment is pure beauty. I love you, angel. My beautiful angel. That's beautiful. That's my little angel. Sing to our people. Thank you. Namaste, angel. We love you. Pachamama, Mother Earth. So really feel into the energy of what this little one transmitted to you, and let that resonance emanate deep into your crystalline central heart, the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, and allow it to emanate out into the infinite multiverse and beyond, into the great mystery. And now let us continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 2 degrees, 34 minutes Libra. The sun is at 25 degrees, 4 minutes Aries. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 26 degrees Aries. A man possessed of more gifts than he can hold. This is a common problem in today's society. 444 coming in. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 3 degrees Libra. The dawn of a new day reveals everything changed. And that's how we're feeling, beloved beings of light. We know that all has changed upon the new earth. This is from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the Oracle deck, Sacred Rebels, from Alana Fairchild and Autumn Sky. And the card she pulled for you today, card 11, Diving for Light. How brave you are diving for light. It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. You may not feel that you have taken such a journey by choice, yet you have taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power, wisdom, and creative juice. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. The Oracle of Diving for Light speaks of a time when you are called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. The darkness might be a creative block, a sense of being in a void, or feelings of depression, rage, sadness, fear, or anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause. The darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there is a socially acceptable or obvious reason for it, such as death, divorce, or retrenchment. However, there may be no obvious justification for your experience of darkness. You might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of your experience. Just know that you are actually on track and right where you need to be. Our creative process and our spiritual path go through a similar turning of the wheel. There is spring and summer, in the seasons of our soul as well as in the earthly ones. There is the autumn harvest, and there is the death inherent in winter, when energy is concentrated and pulled within to seek out the darkness where it can rest, regenerate, and simply be, until the time is right for new life, energy, and creative inspiration to burst forth. When diving for light, one must be willing to bear the darkness and understand it has a purpose. Much like winter does upon the earth, it is not an error or through lack of consciousness that you are here now. It is a testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that they are lacking or stalling. This oracle brings particular guidance that although you are powerful, you are also vulnerable at this time. You need to be alert to sabotage and criticism that may make your progress more difficult than it is already. That would be rather unnecessary. At least some of the people around you might be more attached to their fear and doubt than to their faith in your process and the ways of the creative, rebellious spiritual path that asks us to trust unconditionally. They may be frightened due to a lack of understanding. You don't need to carry their fear for them. You have your own process to attend to, and they can choose to be inspired by your journey or frightened by it. They are free to respond as they wish, and whatever those responses are, they are part of their journey for them to work through. And today, from Daily Teachings of the Masters, deciding to trust yourself is a great leap forward. It means that you are no longer staying obligated to past consent. consent of who you understood yourself to be. You are no longer a martyr. You are no longer helpless. The power seems to be outside of the self for just a few wee moments longer because of past consideration of self, but you are about to change all that. From teachings of the masters.org and from Divine Sister of the Light Ramona Lappin. Happy 144222. We have KP5, geomagnetic storms, solar winds, and long duration solar flare in progress. Most powerful manifestation energies merge with your highest timeline and ascended crystal avatar self. See your plasma light body, diamond self, DNA, new earth grid, and realities coming online. Make the impossible possible. Our time is now. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Amelia Burt. This is a direct divine channeling. The world in which you stand is transforming. It's being illuminated. The entire collective frequency is expanding. The solar flash is happening now. You are transitioning to the higher frequencies. The entire consciousness is awakening and expanding in preparation for the big event. The ultimate timelines of chaos, misery, and war are dismantling because they cannot stand the increased amount of light radiance that enters the planet. The frequency of the world is rising and ascending, bringing everything into greater alignment. You experience aspects of the flash often. Some people are tuned into the solar flash now. They are already receiving their initiations and their transmissions of the light influx long before others because their energy and frequency is aligned and it's ready. This is bringing increased amounts of discomfort in the bodies or through their lives. You are one step closer to fully awakening into the light of the flash, and everyone begins to react more and more to these influxes that are increasing the vibration of the planet. You are already aligned to the flash. You are already going through it. It is happening now. It is not only one moment, it is a process that has begun for many of you now. This is bringing you many initiations, purging, discomfort, perhaps more than ever before, because it is time for you, light worker, to reach the new earth. It is time. The new earth awaits you. There is no more waiting. The frequency of the light of which we speak is here and now. You are moving and stepping more fully into it. Now the rest of the world awakens. The consciousness of the planet receives a boost of light as everyone is transitioning into the new light present. Their frequency expands, their consciousness is alerted, their bodies slowly adjust. Yes, the solar flash has begun, and you're moving into a complete layering of the previous ways, of the previous reality, of the previous way of being. Time and the solar flash. We would like to bring you further explanation as to how everything works. The solar flash is a period of events that you tune into that brings you the ultimate alignment that your being needs. The solar flash cannot be described as a moment in time because it is already occurring now. It is not in the past, it is not in the future, it is in this moment. The consciousnesses of the people are feeling it and experiencing it in stages, and more of that light is welcomed onto the planet. You are in the process of continuously receiving aspects of the flash in your current reality now. You might not see it, but you feel it in your body, in your energy field. More and more people begin to awaken to that energy that is here and now, entering into your planet. The people slowly begin to adjust to its frequency and light. Once that frequency and light is anchored fully into the people, into the planet, into the earth, the physical blast of the event will take place also, fully clearing any last traces of fear, ego, distortion, hate, and density, and fully aligning the people, the surroundings, into the higher states of being, into the new realities. Now you watch society crumble down, and many challenges in the lives of people occur as they make their realignment. As the light enters and anchors, clearing the old, many light workers reach the new earth before the flash. With this, we want to explain to you how you are currently in the transition of the Flash. Some will fully move and ascend before the final initiation of the physical, because they are ready. Others will get there fully once the physical blast occurs, but everyone is now receiving the Flash. The current reality in which you exist in is so very temporary. It is not really there, you see. Everything will transform at any moment, as the consciousness of the old will no longer linger where you stand. Many people already feel the solar flash in their bodies. Others see it with closed eyes. You are aligned because it's happening now for all of you. This is the time. You are to get fully there rapidly. Make no mistakes, you are aligning, you are adjusting. The light in which you carry only increases and expands. Some don't feel it yet, but they too have begun the processes of their initiations. There's a constant transition as the Earth too makes its higher alignment in stages. The consciousness, the people, the animals, the plants, everyone is aligning to that one moment in time where density will be extinct. So you are moving into the big solar flash regardless if it's here happening in the physical reality yet or not. It is in fact here. You can observe it, tap into it, and experience it. During great initiations, portals, or energy events, more of that energy is flooding into the planet than before, and it's felt more, every time bringing everyone and everything closer to the big final stage. The final stage is the physical solar flash. You might see physical proof of the flash with the current solar activity, as the Earth is constantly moving and preparing for that change in human consciousness. The world is aligned and ready. People are already receiving their activations. The frequency is set. The galactic spaceships are present, and the consciousness of the people are alerted. You are navigating it now, but the final expansion might happen at any moment. The sun's magnetic field has increased tremendously and will continue to do so. Get ready to watch it all unfold. Everyone is already reacting to the frequency of it one way or the other. This phase won't last long. You are already well along your way for the big final burst. All those initiations and activations have been prepping you. It can happen in the physical world in 3 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, or simply at any moment. You are aligned and ready. The consciousness has been alerted, so there's no further waiting. It is now, and it can conclude in any moment. The frequency of the flash has arrived onto the planet, onto the surrounding planets, onto the world in which you stand. The physical aspect of the flash does not really matter. This is the moment that matters the most, the moment of internal shift, and that will conclude shortly. From AmeliaBurt.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Sean Caulfield. 14/4/2022, New Beginnings. 12, Emish, Alligator. A new sacred resonance of cosmic truth has been activated by the evolutionary forces of divinity. The memory it brings is high vibrational and healing. It is emanating from within, gifting our soul divine support to transmute and transcend the deceptive conditioning our mind is fed. The heart receives the light that helps to make things right. The door to a new earth reality of harmony and peace is open. Today a new 20-day cycle begins, opening to new beginnings. Beginnings that shift our perception to awaken and see the challenges as gifts manifesting wisdom and certainty. In the 113th night of the 9th wave, healing our relationship with our inner truth. Aho, from RockArtGallery.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurora Ray. An important message from the Galactic Federation. Today I've come up with the latest message from our Galactic Federation. This is a very important message for all of you. Please share this with as many people as possible so that they can be aware of the latest happenings on our planet and in the universe. Greetings to you all, dear beloved members of the Galactic Federation. We are happy to once again connect via this channel of this dimension and to share with you various important topics, messages, and information. The purpose of this message is to provide a clear conceptual model for understanding what is happening in your world. We have been saying that there has been a huge shift of consciousness underway. It's hard to go through all the changes in your own life and not feel that you're living in a time of unprecedented change. There have been so many signs of this. You can see evidence of it in all the other changes going on around you. You have been experiencing a powerful shift in the way reality seems to work. This has been happening gradually, but the process is speeding up and will soon become overwhelming. You are moving into a different kind of reality, a reality in which your assumptions about the nature of physical objects, time and space will no longer be valid. It is not that these ideas have become wrong, but that they will no longer be the most useful way to think about what you experience. It's like moving from an old-fashioned movie theater with a big square screen to an IMAX theater. You can still watch the old movies, but if you want to see them as they were meant to be seen, you'll need to use different equipment. What is all this change leading to? There are two main answers to this question. One is that it's just a part of history, one more cycle of birth, growth, and decay like all the other ones we've experienced before. The other answer is that it's leaning towards something new, a whole new way of being human, toward a new kind of civilization based on sharing and cooperation instead of competition and conquest, a civilization built on ideas rather than on money, a civilization where people don't have to be afraid for their lives. The transition into the fifth dimension will be a period of turmoil on your planet as the realities that have kept you separated melt away. It will be very important for everyone to remain calm and focused. Our goal is to provide ways for you to help each other through this transition process, so there will be as little pain and suffering as possible. Your thoughts and emotions during this time will affect everyone on your planet. That is why it is important for everyone to stay calm and focused during this time of transition. You can do this by focusing on love, peace, and harmony rather than fear, anger, and judgment. You must see everyone around you as a brother or sister in order to ease their pain and suffering. If someone does something that hurts others or themselves, it is because they are in great pain themselves and don't know any other way of coping with it. When you come into physical form, you bring with you the essence of who you are and where you have been before. You bring with you your soul group, those other souls who have chosen this life with you, so that they can share their experiences with you and learn from each other. You also bring your karma or life lessons, which are unique for each individual based upon where they have come from and what they have experienced before coming into a human body on Earth. The purpose of your incarnation is not just one lifetime, but many lifetimes as part of a soul evolution process that is unfolding throughout all time and space. We are here with you to tell you that it is time now for you all to take your power back, because it's not that the masses don't know what is good for them, it's just that they have been out of touch with their own power. This lack of awareness has caused them to be more easily controlled by those who wish to control them. This has been going on for eons upon eons upon eons. It has nothing to do with any struggle between negative and positive or dark and light or any of those dualities. You have made significant progress in the fifth dimension of love and have earned the right to ascend to the fifth dimension. You will be going through an incredible shift in consciousness as your whole being absorbs its new nature. One small criticism, though, your ego is still trying to tell you not to worry. But don't forget that it's just your ego speaking. Its words are not true, and they don't serve you anymore, now that you are a being of light. Your soul has learned all that it needed to learn on this plane, so there's nothing to fear when venturing into the higher frequencies. We are here to remind you of your abilities. Use your abilities to channel, protect, heal, and foresee. It is all possible for you. New beings on the first conscious planet in this part of the galaxy. It is not just the work of some chosen ones or shamans from one tribe. It concerns every single being from now on, because this is a new phase in human history, when you will all receive your own powers to create with love, because you decide it consciously, and you can travel instantly through the universe and churn your own realms of light with your soul journey, to ascend as one big light and reflect that light to everyone you meet. You are immortal beings, created with love and light by the Supreme Being in the universe. You have chosen to experience yourselves within physical bodies on the planet Earth at this time, because you wanted to be able to express yourselves in an environment that is unlike any other. You are here to learn how to love, how to be loving and compassionate, selfless beings. You are here to transform fear into love. You are here to experience duality so that you can choose love over fear. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation, from thegalacticfederation.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Paul Dobry Carey. Many have felt the effects of the 2022 Singularity Portal opening up within our Sun to experience the intense streaming of hypervibrational emissions from the central Sun, Alcyon, of the Pleiades, for frequencies step down within our heliosphere. The encoded light streams experienced have been amongst the highest received to date, and this will be ongoing for some time yet, as geometric cosmic triangulation forms dimensional hyperspace connections between the Earth, Sirius, and the Pleiades. Many of you have previously transitioned through these star systems and hold star-seated aspects of these existences within your personal Akash. At this time, those with sufficient resonance will begin to feel the stirrings of these higher frequency energies trigger deeply buried universal memories as monad remembrances. This may manifest as skill sets and abilities not previously awakened within you. Whilst many of the fifth dimensional frequencies will obviously remain unmanifested within a third dimensional reality, the planetary consciousness Gaia will now allow these skill sets to be made tangible and become embodied within those who wish to bring them forward. Tangibility will begin to replace doubt, mistrust, suspicion, apathy, and ascendia within a world hungry for a demonstration of changes actually taking place, rather than the continued promises of those who apply times and dates to that which still remains unknown. Earth, Terra, Gaia is still seen as a work in progress after all. This cosmic portal is open to allow the collective consciousness of thoughts, wishes, desires of all people and all nations to join as one, rather than the former distorted, overriding energies of the power-hungry few. This sends out a clear, pure, vibratory tone to the universe of who and where we are as a unified planetary nation. A message demonstrating your continuing maturity in spiritual growth and defining your significant progress to join with your celestial brothers and sisters in achieving unity and to further your personal and global ascension and enlightenment process. The expanded higher vibratory energies that will be returned in response to the opening of this portal will allow greater expansion of light within each individual and collectively as a whole. This will take greater significance in your daily lives and decision-making processes. Your own higher actions and desires benefit all, and in turn will increase the light quotient of all those around you, whether they have awakened or not. It is their own beliefs that define what they choose to do with the energies they unknowingly receive. Each will follow the path they choose, as do you. The arrival of higher energies will not remove the obstacles that currently surround you, for they are your own construct. However, when they have been sufficiently released, you will find a cleared path ahead for you to move into once you are ready to do so. Within the void you yourself create lies the potential on that which you will become. Personal growth comes from your efforts transformed into action, desire transformed into divine will, and the manifestation of spirit into form and substance. Higher access to downloads and direct links to other planetary Akashic records will inspire major technological breakthroughs to the collective consciousness, a multiplistic synchronicity. Etheric mitosis. As the cells of the body split, the new cell is created at a higher frequency level because the shadow DNA helix is vibrating faster at the end of the cell division. Higher vibration creates more heat and will feel like the after effects of a full body exercise workout. Displacement and separation of the energy bodies, physical, emotional, mental, astral, due to temporary fluctuations of frequencies. Localized chakra energy flutters, heat and vibrational hotspots. Highly ionized light particles creating flows of liquid plasma around the higher heart chest area as feelings of bliss. Biorhythmic pulses of higher mind pineal creating high-pitched whistles, pops, and pressure waves within the eustachian tubes of the inner ear. Energetic bridge forms between the pineal and the pituitary to open access to the sacred mind. Fluctuations in spin of fifth-dimensional Merkaba leading to extreme highs followed by exhaustion. Increased lucid dreaming and astral travel states. Welcome to the new world of fifth dimension. It is here now and you are living it. You are blessed and loved beyond measure, and we honor all that you are. From PolarisAB.com, and from Divine Sistar of the Light Judith Kusel. We are stepping into unity consciousness now, where all separation has ended. I was made intensely aware of this in these last few days, when the animals, birds, and Mother Earth and the Ancient Ones were working in unison with us to show us the way to where we needed to go to in order to do the energy work. First the birds would appear, especially the African Lora, and show the way. Next would be the zebra, who one day, when we did not see the stone circle they were showing us, patiently waited, not moving 1 inch, until we finally returned from a detour and saw it. Once we saw it, they all trotted away. This opened the multidimensional seeing of what we needed to see and take note of, plus download. Next came the elephants, who watched over us, as they hold the matriarchal divine feminine power and wisdom, and they constantly walk the old elephant paths to keep the energy lines open. The giraffe, who work with the third eye, acted as the messengers to open our inner seeing more. The rocks indeed hold the earth records and record everything and our living beings. We found that copies and mountains acted as guardians and always followed the energy lines and held them intact. The living waters hold it all together, and the outer earth waters reflect that of the inner earth, as above so below. The trees feed the whole ecosystem, the birds, the animals, humans, insects, and hold the wisdom and communicate via their roots. The ancient baobabs knit the energy lines together and hold the sacred earth. Nothing is just randomly here. All is placed exactly where it needs to be and where it needs to slot in. As above, so below. The more that is revealed to me, the more humble I become. We know so little because we were lost and we were blind. Now we will finally see again, and returning to unity and oneness with all of creation. The greatest moment today, the most intense heat we had to contend with in the last few days, standing at a beautiful and serene spot by the river, watching the elephants on the other side, to have the intergalactic spacecraft of my beloved showing itself over us. They have been with us all the time, but today it was the first time so visible, and for so long, immense energy was beamed into the earth, lifting all into the new golden age, as the new earth's energy grids were fully activated. All is one, unity, oneness, all created in love with love. All is one, just tears of gratitude. We are back in the intergalactic fold, where in truth we belong. All is one, from JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light Karen Lithica, sending waves of Arcturian light healing, blue ray healing. We shower you with ancient light rays to expand your light consciousness, to awaken your light intelligence. Ask us to assist your light journey, for we collectively work with every being on the path to light. Feel the light body advancements. Breathe in cosmic light, cellular light advancement, love for your day, brothers and sisters, uprising in global unity. From KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn 144 God Code. Angelic attunements are aligning voice and throat chakra activations, and you're awakening into enlightenment. We have been manifesting this upgrade, which is now birthing into the physical. It's been a lot of effort and dedication to clear what has been blocking this upgrade. Finally, you are able to see who you are and exactly what you deserve. You simply know better now, and therefore know what you want. Now you're understanding how to get it. Today is the opportunity to rewrite your story and live your truth. You are a divine being sent to earth from our Father. As always, remember how precious you are to Him. He is offering you this reminder today so you can push through these final endings and claim what is yours. You're entering a season of radical transformation and emotional expansion. Allow everything that is holding you back from this truth transmute to set you free. I am free to be me. Claim it. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Sun conjunct Eris and Aries and semi-sextile Jupiter and Neptune. Nope, not having it, says Eris, as we try to spiritually bypass all the unpleasant, conflicting feelings, anger, annoyance, frustration, the sheer outrage of wrongdoing and wrongdoers. Jupiter and Neptune would love to have us believe in the good in others and miracles, and we absolutely can. But it doesn't mean accepting bad behavior. It doesn't mean sticking our heads in the sand. It doesn't mean never allowing ourselves to be anything other than Zen, tripping in paradise whilst the skies burn. That's better, says Eris. Got your attention? Now about that thing you've been trying to ignore that's eating you up from the inside out. Yes, that. What are you going to do about it? Eris pokes her finger hard in your chest, and light blooms, heart-shaped, tingly. Eris is not spiteful or cruel. She knows we're out of sorts and is not afraid to call BS when she sees it. Embrace your inner warrior. Have the courage to set things straight where needed. Ask your heart for guidance. Be brave and be yourself. The more we live life on our own terms, the sweeter the cosmic song, the greater the harmony. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Calendar Truth, 2022, shifting from harm to harmony. Parallel to the dystopian narratives projected by the mainstream media, there is a more powerful, subtle, and uplifting archetypal story taking place behind the third-dimensional veil of illusion. With events on Earth appearing to enter into increasing levels of volatility and unpredictability, it is key to keep present that above and beyond the external world of chaos. The synchronic order keeps informing us that we are entering into higher resonance with the larger harmonic patterns of time. This is the case now. From the perspective of the synchronic order and the biosphere-noosphere transition timeline, we are transiting a key harmonic intersecting node between timelines. How is this? April 2022, Spiritual and Religious Observance Convergence. This week, Friday, April 15th, 2022, marks the beginning of Passover in the Jewish faith and Good Friday for Christians worldwide. It also marks the 13th day of the sacred lunar month of Ramadan on the Islamic calendar, marking a time of fasting and alignment with Spirit, God, Allah. This is therefore a window of special spiritual significance for many people around the world. April 11th through the 15th, key intersection of time. Precisely every year on April 11th on the Gregorian calendar, we complete 260 days from the start, Alpha Gateway, of the 13-moon year on July 26th, Magnetic Moon 1. This date is correlated to the heliacal rising of the star Sirius at latitude 19.5 north. This means that April 11th, planetary moon 8, 10.8, marks 105 days remaining to the day out of time, the end, Omega gateway of the 13 moon year. In parallel, April 15th marks the 105th day, 106th in leap years of the Gregorian calendar, so there are 260 days remaining until the end of the year, Omega gateway, on December 31st. Timeline overlap, 260 days synchronization. From the perspective of the law of time, this is of a very special interest, as there is a 105-day interval ratio between the two natural timing programs that coordinate the synchronic order, 1320, 216, and 1328, 364 plus 1. How is this? 260 days is the measure of one galactic spin, harmonic cycle, and 365, 364 plus 1 is the measure of one solar 13 moon cycle. Therefore, 365 days solar year minus 260 days Tzolk'in equal 105 days. 5-day timeline recalibration. This means that every non-leap year on April 11th, 10.8, we enter a 5-day recalibration window between the 13 moon year and the Gregorian year that is coordinated by a 260-day harmonic connected to the start alpha of the 13 moon year and the end omega of the Gregorian year. This 5-day window comes to a close on planetary moon 12, 10.12, April 15th. As a reflection of the perfection and intrinsic harmony of the 13 moon times 28-day matrix, the exact midpoint of this 5-day window between April 11th to the 15th falls on the 10th day of the 10th moon of the year, highlighting once again the mirror relationship between both calendars during this window with the 1010 marker at its core. This 5-day window from April 11th to 15th is now revealing a new hidden nexus between the artificial time matrix, Gregorian calendar, and the natural time matrix, 13 moon times 28-day calendar, that we will be exploring more in depth in the future. April 15th, time portal. For the moment, we will focus on the relevance of this coming Good Friday, April 15, 2022, a powerful time portal, whose attributes were presented in detail on Part 2 of the Da Vinci Time Code series written in 2014. This date constitutes a mysterious time marker that has coded other important interwoven events. 15th of April, 1452, birth of Leonardo da Vinci. 15th of April, 1856, death of Abraham Lincoln. 15th of April, 1912, Titanic sinks. 15th of April, 1935, birth of Banner of Peace, Rorike Peace Pact signature. 15th of April, 2001, rare Venus alignment on Native American Easter on 1 Bain, Reed, Acatl, on the indigenous Mayan count. 15th of April 2019, Notre Dame Cathedral destroyed by fire. April 15th is also a date to contemplate the following very symbolic observances. Latest day on which New Year festivals in South and Southeast Asia cultures can fall. Tax Day, the official deadline for filing an individual tax return, and World Art Day. In other words, this coming Good Friday is marking a clear intersecting node between timelines. In la Ketch, from 13 months, 28 days.info. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, Cosmic History quote for Moon 10, Day 11. Selflessness means giving without attachment. And from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 226, White Overtone World Bridger. The number 5 is called Overtone, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. The 5th step of any wave spell is about summoning up your personal power, an important day because it really shifts the energy of the wave spell. Today is White World Bridger, which represents death, opportunity, and equality. Think about what you need to let go of. Cut out dark thoughts, bad habits, or delusions of importance. To cross over the bridge to a new level, you first must be lighter, stronger. People are often nervous about World Bridger days because the word death is associated with it. In the Tzolk'in, however, it represents the shaman's death. That's the death of the ego or your old self. In order to evolve, one must let go whatever holds you back. When you combine the meaning of the number and the day, the result is empower to equalize or command death. To summarize, today is a powerful day. Don't waste it, but make good use of opportunities. Face your weaknesses and let them die. Give yourself major brownie points for doing so. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, White Overtone World Bridger, 5, Kimi, Keen 226, 14th of April 2022, Empowering Wisdom, 14/4/2022 equal 144-222 equal 546 equal 510 equal 51 equal 6 144 DNA activator. Day codes 14 media marketing promotion recognition 5 freedom liberation change transformation movement 6 heaven Christ family romance fertility. Month year codes 4 form structure foundation earth angelic 6 heaven Christ family romance fertility 10 manifestation power authority 1 new beginnings original unique leader 20 the awakening clear vision 22 architect of peace master builder Keen 226 equal 10 equal 1 leadership new beginnings. Shift happens, a radiant day of surrender and empowerment through spiritual wisdom. Today is day 5 in the wave spell of Eek, the great white wind who holds the power of spirit and is bringing forth the benevolent winds of change. We are learning to embody spirit by becoming hollow vessels for spirit to communicate and work divine magic through our being. Today we are commanding our radiance as we become more empowered through accessing greater wisdom and knowledge from spirit throughout the multiverse. Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm, action commands, power empowers, essence radiance. The emphasis today is on empowerment and radiance through the action of command. Number 5 represents the center, core purpose, foundation, and central intent. It is the center of the wheel from which all the spokes emanate. This is the phase where the energy of creation returns to the center and then radiates outwards. Overtones command the unbounded. They order it to be, and so it becomes. Their power radiates from their soul essence through a pure connection to Source. This is the true source of unlimited power. The number 5 represents freedom and change. It also represents the center and your core purpose. Overtone invites you to step in the center of your crystalline core and radiate your intent and your light. Overtone's power is that of command, so take charge of your power and boldly go forth with renewed vigor and courage, particularly during this electric seed year, which is activating your solar plexus power center. Today we are empowering our authority through new leadership opportunities, becoming the radiant wise teachers and leaders of our new world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Call on the warrior today to raise your consciousness to a higher level so that you can fly a white flag of peace, bringing in a new era. Surrender the battles and unite with your brothers and sisters. The fearless rainbow warriors are leading us home to the promised land. Do not grieve the past anymore, as that is gone, but turn and face your future with great anticipation. Get out and build that rainbow bridge that leads to your new tomorrow. Heaven is here for the taking. Today's question is, how can I surrender and let go to the power of spirit to become radiantly empowered as a leader of the new world? Divine blessings for radiantly opening the rainbow gates to the new world. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 226, White Overtone World Bridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I empower in order to equalize. Commanding opportunity, I seal the store of death with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of timelessness. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support us and help us continue bringing these free transmissions to the world daily, you can make a monthly pledge on Patreon at our link at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Angels at Mind Body Medicine Therapy for another donation today. Thank you very much for your continued support. And thank you all for continuing to support us. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. And I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And she has a Mother's Day sale, 25% off until Mother's Day, May 8th. So be sure to take advantage of that. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our 17th dimensional beings of light through the Pleiades star system. Pleiades 1 messages, April 14th, 2022. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Activators are called. Potential increases in progress. Specific scans enabled. Light grid sensors activated. Cavalry remains ready. Projectors non-plus for aimed, 99% non-regressive. Projectors for non-plus aimed, and in reverberation, 99% non-regressive. Aum Shuryam +++, 12 plus 144, active and reverberating. Active efficiency, 93% non-regressive. Attention, plastic transmitters. Unique projector for unification and support, 96% non-regressive. Attention, plastic transmitters. Unique projector for unification and reverberation, 96% non-regressive. Intercessors are found within. Lunar operations in proper fall. Violent verbal fall. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, powering chamber, +++, from disclosurenews.it. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed Good Friday tomorrow, Passover and full moon this Saturday the 16th, and Easter Sunday the 17th, as we continue the ascension process through the passion, the resurrection and ascension of our Christos consciousness of eternal life. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.